Music, industry talk, stories, equipment and more. We are Crossfader and this is off the record. Off the record. Off the record.
Yes, gang, DJs around the world. I don't know where that came from. Welcome back to the podcast. It is episode, I want to say 104.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Danny James.
Thank you.
Gee, you're looking tanned.
I worked for this. I did. Do you know when you know you've got a good tan because the underneath of your arm is done as well?
Yeah. You've come closer on the julep scale to me.
That was my aim. I was aiming for that.
How was your holes?
Yeah, really chill. Super chill.
Or cheese and wine, stuff like that.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Too much alcohol.
You haven't been here in ages.
It's been like 3 weeks because the week before I was away, I went to see Bruce.
No,
I was back.
That was a while ago.
I think, yeah.
You've done one since then?
I think
No.
one. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a bit lost in the sauce.
We're a bit lost. There's a lot going on this week. Guys, it is officially Mr. and Mrs. Crossfader wedding week.
Yes.
Hopefully they're watching at home.
They might be.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Crossfader, aka Jamie and Katie, are getting married tomorrow. And it's all systems go.
Have we got a clap?
We've got a clap. We should have had Here Comes the Bride.
Whoa.
So, I mean, next week's podcast will have some stories.
Oh.
I mean, hopefully it happens.
Yeah.
Congratulations to them. Can't wait for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So excited. It wasn't hard to get a DJ for this wedding.
Believe it or not.
So I guess that me and Danny will probably do some sets at some point.
I spoke to Jamie about this. He was like, "Are you going to jump on?" I was like, "Well, it all depends on how drunk I am."
Yeah. But I've never been drunk and not wanting to jump on and down. You know what I mean?
When we're there and we're like 10 drinks in, we're like, "Get me on."
I'm like, come on, I'll be doing it as she's walking down the aisle. play Not Like Us as she's good. Oh yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow. We're going suit, aren't we?
Yeah.
But it's decided to be 25 degrees for the first time ever in England, and I've gone full in on a 3-piece suit, and I'm going to regret it. But got to do it for the gram, haven't you?
We're in it together, mate.
That's still a thing, doing it for the gram.
I think so.
I'm doing it. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. Let me catch you up on some bits.
Yep.
So a YouTube video went out this week on our channel. Very beginner style YouTube video of like learning to DJ, getting started DJing. That's because we've done a very special partnership with Tidal. So we're working closely with Tidal on. They're basically putting in a lot of time, effort, money, resources into their DJ extension program. So they're really going after beginner DJs and new DJs, getting DJs into their streaming service, which is amazing. They're putting a lot of effort into it. We've been working closely with them now for like over a month and a half. And they've added a lot of unique features into that. So basically, whether you're starting out, there's 110 million tracks on there with custom playlists, BPM playlists, which is a new thing. So if you are a beginner DJ, you're DJ starting out, they've got these like BPMs playlists. So tracks, new tracks, old tracks in a similar BPM that can help you, obviously, with mixing and learning to DJ. So go and check that video out. I'll put a link to our special code with them, which will get you 30 days free. So free Tidal and free DJ extension. And I'll put that in the notes. I'll put that in the description, and you can go check out the video now. And yeah, it should be good. I think that anything that a big company like Tidal, investing in DJing is like a good thing, isn't it? Like,
big, yeah.
I think there was a bit of an issue. There still is a bit of an issue, isn't there, with streaming of like. There was a new Twitch deal, letting DJs play music, and then there's gonna be a split in terms of like costs and money to like the artists and the publishing company and all that. So there's always a bit of a divide. So now Tidal have that licensing in place. DJs can rest easy by using the DJ extension, and know that when you're streaming using Tidal, totally legal.
Yep.
And not only that, they can then build on that as well within their library. So it's exciting stuff. Right, I've got a great question to start off with. If you want to join our Discord, I suggest you do. I think it's up to about 10,000 DJs in there every day chatting. We are there a lot more now in there. Eve, our new team member, whoop, whoop, is in Discord answering your questions. We are listening to your mixes. We're doing a new thing called Monday Mix Listen. What's it called? Monday Mix Listening? Monday Check-In. Monday Check-In, where we check in on your mixes. We have a little look around your mixes. So get in there. It's super active. Everyone's really supportive in there. But here's a question from Jason the Costa. I like that. Jason the Costa.
The Costa.
The one. He says, hey, everyone. Just read Lawrence's article regarding non-negotiables. One of the points was payment up front and never negotiating a DJ fee, which I think sounds good. Does sound good. How do you come up with a rate? I'm a new DJ and will have my first event on the 5th of July. Congratulations. For further events, how would I go about receiving money up front? Is that for a percentage or the full fee for established DJs? Any ideas? So how do you go about asking for payment up front? How do you go about setting fees? What's your process in the beginning to like, from you going like beginner to like established?
It's hard when you're a beginner in it because it's like the promoter doesn't know you, so they're probably not going to be willing to give all the money up front. It's a bit of a risky game on both sides because as a beginner you're like, I want to hope that I do get paid. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword when you're a beginner. I think as you progress, there's a lot more room for you to, sort of say a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah. I think, as a beginner, your main aim is to get experience. Yeah. So, of course, you want to set a precedent, and I don't mind people doing gigs for free if it's literally your first couple of gigs. Like, I know it's controversial, but I don't actually mind it. I did it. I know loads of people have done it just to get your foot in the door. Yeah. See if it's for you. See if you can handle the pressure, that kind of thing. Make sure you're prepared. I don't mind that. When it comes to setting a fee, you'll be very surprised. Like, people, if you're upfront about your service, people tend to respect it a little bit more. If you go in there with like open-minded, how about if you say, right, what's your fee? And I go, how about we do 150? Yeah. They'll go, they'll know there's room. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that's why, if you don't know about it, I sent an email out around my non-negotiables as a DJ, and one of them was that I don't negotiate over a fee. My fee is the fee, take it or leave it kind of thing. Yeah. And that's from an experienced DJ level. I wasn't doing that in my first 2 years. Yeah, of course. But in the last sort of 5, 6, 7 years, it's like, take it or leave it. This is what it is kind of thing. Yeah. Coming up with a fee, you need to speak to DJs around your area. Yeah. It's different all around the world. But you, like anything, like any business, any job, your fee will increase over time because you get better skills, you get better equipment, you get better network, you get better gigs, hopefully, and you can start to raise the rates. But going in, first of all, I would still try and set a rate, but just maybe just be upfront, right? It's your first gig. How about we do X amount of dollars? Yep. It's my first gig. That benefits me. It pays for my time. But it also protects you as well because I'm new to the gig, etc. Yeah. When you get more established, it's totally up to you. Some people are good negotiating fees, and some people aren't. That's just one of my personal rules. I just find it easier for everybody involved.
I'd like to say it's just knowing your worth, isn't it?
I think so.
Not underselling yourself. Yeah. If you're at that level, and it just cuts out all conversation. Yeah. It's just like, here's the fee, and it's take it or leave it. And it's not like this is how good I am. It's more for both of our sakes. Yeah. Here's the fee. That's what it is. Yeah. I was in a bit of a tricky situation when I was DJing full time. I had a few nights that would pay me one fee, and then a few nights that would pay me a different fee. Yeah. And then I got to a point where I was like, it would seem unfair if one promoter found out that they would pay me less than the next promoter for doing the same amount of hours. Point. So then I was like, well, maybe if I just negotiate a flat fee for what it is, then I'll be getting the same amount of money every night. And sometimes it doesn't pay off. Like, if you go around it the right way. But I just felt like a bit weird doing the same amount of hours on a Thursday, doing the same amount of hours on a Wednesday. And like the club was actually smaller on a Thursday, which was paying me more than a Wednesday. It's like, it was a bit of a weird one.
Yeah, it's a strange one because here where you'd have like student nights midweek, even though they might be busier, they tend to like, you don't make as much money in the club because the student events are usually cheaper entry on the door, cheaper behind the bar, so they don't make as much money. Weekend, they hack the prices up because people have expendable income. They hack the prices up, hack the money up, so you can actually charge more on a weekend, same hours. It's kind of how it is. I think that's how it is all around the world. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for the question. And if you have any questions at all, then you can drop them in our Discord. We see them all, we check them all, and the best ones we like to talk about. So on to our topic this week, which is what makes DJs happy. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. Hello to our regular guests, and if you're new here, hello. I want to get you guys involved in this, right? Usually, there's a lot we've had, like, we usually like to drop a bit of chaos and let the chaos kick off, but we're going to bring the fun and joy this week. Sometimes we like to let you shout about stuff, but like, let's bring the good vibes. So like, what is it that makes us happy? There isn't a lot of things, but there are some great ones. So I'll put this out on Instagram, and we had I think it was 1,057 comments, something. Some of them are absolutely amazing. So if you are watching live right now, let me know what makes you happy as a DJ. Like what makes you happy? There's some great ones here, and we'll go through them. So the first one is, this is from Sam Oliver DJ. Now, I don't know if I agree with this sometimes, and I agree and I don't. Right. Sam Oliver says, one more song.
Yeah.
This depends, doesn't it?
It really does depend, yeah. I mean, there's been nights that I've done that are so long, and it's at 5 a.m, and you're feeling really rough.
And one more song. Yeah. One more song. And you're like, and you're already pulling out the cables.
And then you've got security at the next, like, stood next to you, just be like, don't play it. But then sometimes it's nice to just hit that play button, and then
when you're drunk or something at the end, and you're like, let's go.
You're on the same level as the crowd. It's like, absolutely.
Yeah. Sometimes I start it myself. Like, did anybody say one more song? Well, that is sometimes it's happy, like sometimes it's great, and then sometimes what you do is, do you ever go to like one of your mates' nights who are doing it, and you're pissed at their night, and they're like not drinking, and you're like, you start it.
They're so mad with you.
Brat Pete says, that one mistake, one loop, Q or FX pressed at the wrong moment, but goes so well with the mix, and it makes you feel like, damn!
Yeah, like a happy accident.
That little accident where you're like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I meant to do that. Sometimes, like, it's like maybe when like a drop's coming in, and you've got like the bass down, and you're like, shit. So you just leave it like 8 beats, and you go, boom! And you're like,
saved it.
Yeah, stuff like that. Or you press it on, or like you've got I've had it where like, I'll get like the next banger up, and I'll accidentally press stop or press Q or something, but you've got an absolute monster ready. And you're like, you just press it and it just goes off. You're like, that sounds sick. Let's have a look.
We've been there.
Jonas Dropco, I think. Getting song requests which fit into the vibe, genre, or BPM.
Yeah.
Them ones.
Do you know what? When someone requests something that like just fits perfectly, it's like you couldn't be more happy.
When you're not thinking about it.
Yeah, like the amount of times I've had people come up to me and be like, "Play this song," and then I'm like, "Oh my god, I forgot about that song." And then what it does is it unlocks another 20 songs in your head. And then it's like, "Thank you so much for requesting that."
Oh my god! The other night I was playing this like little outdoor festival thing. And this lad was like, I was playing like sort of like tribally house outdoor kind of thing, and this lad just came up and he's like, have you got, I know this is not the right vibe, but have you got Redbone? And I'd literally that day, I played it on last week's Add to Playlist, I literally downloaded a version of it, and I was like, bro,
nice,
go stand over there.
I've got you.
It's amazing when somebody, and then even like when somebody, even when it's not the vibe and they've requested and you're like, well, it's about to be the vibe. You're like, you're playing hip hop or something, and someone requests like, I don't know, borderline like Motown or something. You're like, you know what? Let's
do it.
Let's go. This is one of my favorite ones. Is it like Water? I think this DJ name is. What makes DJs happy? Payment right after the music stops.
Well, he's just waiting for the cash right there as soon as he presses stop.
Thanks for coming out tonight.
Just runs.
Oh, that is a good one. Yeah, like looking. I sometimes there's been gigs where it'll be like you get them elusive promoters, right? This is but it doesn't really happen now. But when you used to get paid cash a lot, them elusive promoters at the end of the night, where you're like, they'll be getting pissed or they're out doing whatever, and you're like, you have to start texting them about 45 minutes before the end. It's like, yeah, you got my cash, mate. You got my cash. That's about 10 texts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing worse than like a bit like the one more song thing. Like, right at the end of a long 5-hour set, like going into the manager's office or whatever. You're like, oh, bro, come on. And they're like, we're just gonna get all cash out of tills or something. You're like,
you just gotta wait,
mate.
It just
6 a.m.
It's so slow.
Oh god, thank God you get. Thank God, there's not many cash gigs anymore, is it?
No, but like you're right. Like every second felt like an hour. Please,
you're like, there's been times where he's like, I don't even care about the money.
Just let me leave.
Just let me go to bed. Like, actually, just keep it. On the Zen, you're like, on the Zen ones where I've just been, I've been that tired. I'm just like, I'll get it next week.
Yeah,
and then you're like, shit. Now I've got to ask for two amounts next week, and it's long.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. What makes DJs happy? Papa Jack says a booth monitor.
Yeah. Big difference, especially if you're in a bigger venue.
I used to hate when you'd like play in bigger venues and they had speakers that were facing out, and there'd be like a delay between you like mixing and like hearing it.
That happens a lot at like wedding venues and events that are not set up for it, and they've got big speakers in the corner, and you're like
the acoustics are all off.
Yeah, that little delay is it's a killer, isn't it?
Yeah,
I've had it where we were doing a festival, but it broke. We had to get another one for like an hour. It was like I was probably like 50 meters from a speaker, and I was like, "This is awful."
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, a good boost monitor for sure.
Like I don't know about you, but like I used to hate DJing in just my headphones. Like in that situation where you got to have both headphones on and you just got to concentrate in your ears. Like you feel detached from.
Especially Serato DJs, we don't wear headphones.
Oh, yeah.
Androx Music. This is a really cool one actually. Like imagine going through a rough day as a DJ. Nothing went as expected. Maybe like your USB died, or your controller didn't work, or your laptop reset itself. You did your best. You went back and forth with the crowd. You tried loads of different genres. You put it in. You gave it all, and then just at the end, a couple people come up to your DJ booth, tell you how amazing it was, and they didn't expect to have so much fun. That feeling is worth every struggle.
Nice.
That hit me in the little feels, that one.
Yeah, I like that.
That's that. I might clip that up for reels and put some emotional music behind it.
Yeah, right in the feels.
That is sick though, because like. There is most nights, depending on experience I go fairly smoothly. Some nights you battle with, right? Yeah, and it is like a slog.
Yeah.
But then when somebody appreciates it at the end, it's like, oh yeah, sound, thanks, mate.
Yeah, makes you feel like the effort was worth
it.
And
if there are like non-DJs listening to this, I can't imagine there is one. It'd be amazing if there are a pool of people that are not DJs listening to this. Yeah. Go and say thanks to you DJs. Yeah. Like just go and say, thanks a lot. This is amazing. Like give us a little. We're fragile creatures at 6 a.m.
Oh, but, it's a lonely job as well at times. Like just a little bit of communication.
Yeah,
goes a long way.
If you are watching live, let us know what makes you happy. I want to get to some of your things that make DJs happy. This is another one with like people. So Papa Bean, I like that. Papa Bean music. When somebody says, "Yo, what song is that? Can I Shazam it?" Yeah, them ones. It was like track ID.
Yeah,
where you're like, yeah, this one.
Yeah,
you've been searching all day for a track, and someone's just like got the Shazam out, and they're like, you're like. On the complete opposite, underneath comment, which is amazing. PP Vickers said 0 requests.
Yeah, we've got a few of them in the comments here saying, do not take requests.
It's a funny one, isn't it? Do you think it's literally 50-50 DJs?
Yeah.
Or is it a bit more weighted?
I don't know. I think there's a few things involved in it. I mean, some DJs just don't want to be that DJ.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not taking them. You listen to me and do what I want.
Yeah. Maybe it's like a bit of genre, depending on what you play. Like that guy before who said that, there's nothing better than when someone actually requests something in the vibe or the genre, or it takes you somewhere else. Yeah. There's that aspect of it which you might be missing.
Yeah.
Like, I get the it's my birthday, like can I charge my phone? Like them type of people.
Yeah.
I get that. Like, and like, have you got any Taylor Swift and you're playing like Not Like Us? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get that. But then there is the other side of it where knowing who's out there, knowing what the audience is, and like, making somebody's night, there's that side of it as well, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just like if you're a party DJ, I think it's 100%.
Yeah. That's my favourite. I'll leave that one till the end. Okay. It's James Fox says, when people stay away from the equipment and they don't come up to you with like, I'm also a DJ.
Oh yeah.
I get like, it's more like somebody comes up to the booth and they like want to have a full blown conversation about how you got here.
I know.
Yeah, like
mid mix as well.
So how long you been DJing then? You're like, all right, like along. So yeah,
let's not do this right now.
Or like, so what are you doing right now?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Can you teach me? Can I press something? Like, no. Do you know when I used to like really not like was when you'd get someone who was quite a lot older than you, been coming up to you and they'd be like, you ever heard of 1210s? I'm like, just talking to you like they've invented DJing.
Yeah.
It's like, please stop. Like, yes, we know.
Like, yeah, I've got it on vinyl.
Yeah, it's the same thing, isn't it? I got
that. What makes DJs happy? I am Dr. Rich Kid. I love that name. I am Dr. Rich Kid says, that was the most liked one. When someone says you did a great job after your set.
Yeah.
Always great. Even if it's like the promoter or the manager or something. Always sick. DJ Shock Africa says other DJs bigging you up.
Yeah,
always a big thing. That
always nice.
You know what? Like I think I spent like the first 20%, 40% of my DJ career being very like narrow minded about like competition and like other DJs a little bit. Now looking back, I was like trying to be the best and trying to get the best gigs. And then as soon as I started being mates with all DJs.
Yeah.
That's when I got most gigs ever.
Yeah. There's something about it as well. I think when you first like coming up and there's like DJs that you look up to and, you know, you really like and get inspiration from, it's like, it's nice to get a bit of support from them, you know, when they acknowledge what you're doing and stuff. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. I love that one. Yeah, I always big up the other DJs. This is why we do this podcast a lot, where we can big you guys up and have this conversation for sure. What makes DJs happy? So Sophia Lorena says, this is a flexy one, this. Being looked after, fed, and given a drink through a set.
Fed as well.
Well, I've got a good story, and this relates to Jamie's getting married tomorrow. So at the venue where they're getting married, so I used to do the above venue called Angelica's, which is a rooftop. It looks out all over the whole of the city. Yeah. It's like food and drink. So I used to do like an early set, like 5 till 8. It was like quite chill, cocktails, nice food. But the DJ booth was right next to the kitchen. Oof. And the chef would just bring me like the best meal of the day out every time. So about 7:30, something like that, I'd get fed. Not only that, they had like new cocktails every week, so they used to try the new cocktails on me and everything. And I'd be like
a dream.
Honestly, best gig out. I just remember turning up thinking, this might be my last night here. Let me just savor it all. And the fee was great. I was like, this is a dream. I was there for about 2 years.
Nice.
So, but yeah, getting fed. Remember the first time you got a hotel as well?
Yeah. You felt like a king.
That is
Don't have to drive home. Yes, please.
10 more drinks, please. I'm not driving.
Unless it's a bad hotel.
AD Foster, who gets involved a lot with this podcast, says a good set, happy crowd, and getting called again by the promoter for another gig.
Yeah,
always nice.
Yeah,
some promoters will just give you a bit of talk after, be like, yeah, great, whatever. But when you actually get that call, you know you've done a good job.
Yeah,
and like you can build that relationship, because promoters also want an easy life. They want a good DJ, professional, on time, no headaches.
Yeah.
As well as a DJ wants a sustainable, consistent, like working environment.
Yeah,
it's like you both want the same thing. So when you find out with a promoter, it's amazing.
Yeah, and
you can work with them for a long time. I've the promoters I've worked with for 15 years now. Amazing. Kyle the DJ. Honestly, most people will say money, and that's great. But an engaged crowd to good music, and it doesn't feel like I've worked a single minute. 100%. That is why we do it. Yeah. Let's go with Simena Marcelo says, playing music you genuinely enjoy and then seeing the crowd's response to it.
Yeah.
This is like a privileged one, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I think a lot of DJs listening to this will probably be playing open format, playing events, weddings, corporates, where you're not going to be able to play music you love all the time. You might be able to slip it in now and again, depending what you are. But if you get to play a set that you love, like all music, that is a thing of beauty. It
is.
And that's when you get to like artist level and you can play your own music and things like that. I mean, even when you get to an artist level, like you want to be playing other people's music that you love and you enjoy, right?
Yeah.
But that is a very privileged thing. I think we always sort of say, like, if it's like a open format set, you try and do like 2 for them, 1 for you. If you can like keep them happy, but then keep yourself happy, throughout the night.
It's a good ratio.
It's a good ratio, isn't it? But yeah, if you can play a set where you just play music you love, that is a dream. This is great. It's DJ Vox says, what makes a DJ happy? That distant look of approval from across the room that says, I see what you did there. Nice.
Yeah.
There's not many people. You do a little word play.
Yeah.
And and you look around, and there's one guy right in the corner with like a beer, and he just gives you a little
nod,
and you're like, my brother.
Yeah. You do look at it. Did anyone notice that?
You look and you're like, and then most people don't care, and you're like, just one guy's like a little shake of a nod. You're like, thanks, mate. Thank you. That is yes, I did do that.
I did it for just you.
That took me 20 hours to perfect, and it wasn't worth it. I've got 2 good ones. Have you got some there, by the way?
I'm starting to save some.
I've got 2 great ones to finish. So it's DJ LKP. What makes a DJ happy? When the equipment works. That is. I mean, you turn up and you're like, oh my, everything's working. Yeah. So weird.
We've all had those gigs where the equipment is so bad.
Well, yeah. The one gig that I talk about most on here, which I've got every Thursday, which is in a hiatus at the minute. It's almost like a challenge. I treat it as like the Olympics. I turn up and I'm like stretching, and I'm like, I know that I'd look at him. Me and you are going to go through some stuff tonight, guys. Right? Stay with me. Like, we're going to get through this. There's not a set where I've done where they are sometimes there'll be like a 1,000 there. Sometimes there's there's a Nexus 2, but like one hotkey works, and then there's always an emergency loop, and I've got 2 USBs ready all the time.
Yeah.
But also, like, I quite enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? I like the fear.
It's a bit of a challenge. Yeah. The one thing I didn't used to like is when you get a mixer that just had no fader caps on it anymore, and you're just mixing with like the metal pins, and it's like,
bleeding.
Just walking out
bleeding.
Taking the money from promoter covered in blood, just like, please.
Like metal poison in your fingers. When there's a great moment where I was coming to the end of a mix and I got an emergency loop, and I literally just managed to seamlessly do it. And there was a lad, and he's like learning to DJ next to me. He's one of the promoters, and he just looked, and I did it, and he looked at me, he just went, "How did you do that?" Because it was like nobody else knew, and I was like, "Listen, it's literally not my first time. It's like every week, mate." Where was my favourite one here? Maxi Digressi? What makes a DJ? What makes DJs happy? Sleep more than 8 hours. Like,
big facts.
Doesn't happen, but yeah, literally the best.
When it does, the best.
Worst thing happen. Which is why we had a conversation last week about the nightlife industry changing, and like, you know, nightlife shifting more towards like day raves and festivals and stuff like that, which is, you know, probably going to end up good for all of us in the long run, hopefully. As long as we can keep the rave culture going in the daytime, it works out for all of us. So, sleep more than 8 hours. When you're doing 4 or 5 nights a week and you're doing them 5 a.m.s and like waking up at 2 p.m. and that, it's
not nice.
It's like, I always looked at the positives of like, it was always easy. Like everywhere was quiet in the daytime, right? So whatever you wanted to do, you could do. There's no queues or anything, like no traffic or anything. Like, it's quite nice.
Yeah. But socially, you feel out of touch
a little bit.
Yeah, with like friends and family.
Yeah, and that's why you got to hang around with other DJs.
Absolutely.
That's why, because we can all do the same thing at the same time. You got some there?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good one actually, and I didn't think about this. People asking when you're coming back. So you've done your set,
bro.
Like, when are you coming back? That's a big one.
That hit me. That
it really does.
That is sick.
Yeah, like, so just
like, what days are you on?
Yeah, like when are you on? Like, I'm coming back. I want to hear your set again. Like, that's one of the biggest compliments you can have.
That took me back to the festival seasons where you'd finish your set, go out to the crowd, and they're like, "Are you back tomorrow? Are you back tomorrow?" Yeah, mate, I'll be here. And they turn up, and you're like, give them one of them pointy ones. You're like, "Yeah, we're back." Yeah, that's great when people go, "Are you back? Are you here every week? Are you?" Like, what's your SoundCloud or something like that?
Yeah.
That's a sick one. What's your SoundCloud?
Yeah. Or someone asking you to do their parties, like their birthday, off the back of it. Like,
yeah. Although, because like I'm like 36 now, and I'm still DJing. It's like 18-year-olds are like, "Have you got Snapchat?" I'm like, nah.
Nah, I don't do that. Right, let's go for this one here. Becoming a resident DJ, dropping drum and bass at 50. Big up.
Yo.
Just said it made him happy.
At 50 years old. Sorry, I thought I was like BPM. That's what
really slow drum and bass.
Oh, sick.
No, smashed it. Yeah. Big up.
Yeah, when you get into that residency life, it's actually, it's such a fun thing to get into, and to get into it at that stage of life, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Drum and bass at a residency. Woo!
Yeah, it's great. I love requests. Lets me know what the crowd wants, and also makes our job a lot easier. I DJ for money, so I'm not snobbish about requests. Yeah, that's a good point.
What are you here for, I guess, is the point.
Yeah,
because there's two like, I think about 2 gigs I do, right, which are like an open format set to your standard crowd. I'm there to sort of just please them and entertain them. So if they come and request something, sound.
I think that's the thing.
If I'm at like an outdoor festival gig, if I'm at a festival, if I'm being booked to do a genre of music, then I'll be sticking to my set.
Yeah,
like, because I've planned it.
Yeah.
I
suppose as a resident, it's like you got to kind of like face the reality that people aren't really there to see you in person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I seen a viral clip of some. This happens every year. There's always someone who goes, "DJs, by the way, people aren't there to see you," and it's like, they aren't, and they are.
Yeah,
like it is a reality of you're there to do a job, serve people. But then there's a flip side of if you're getting booked to do a genre or for your name. Yeah, so I think it is 50-50 on that split.
Right. I don't think this is a question about how. Yeah, this is more of a question. Do you want to do a question now, or do you want to
do a question now, and then we can do add to playlist?
Cool. We'll do a question. How would you guys deal with the fact that you're a resident DJ for 2 years, but the manager of the club promotes a karaoke DJ, but has never promoted you? So by the sounds of it, they've got another night on that's like a karaoke DJ.
Right.
They're promoting this guy, even though the person who's asked this question, I think, has maybe been a resident longer. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a bit of a tricky one.
It's a tricky one. Yeah, you don't want to like burn bridges. Like, but like, how are they promoting the other guy? Do you know what I mean? Like, promote, like, if you can promote yourself, great. And then just say, give them something to promote, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So like if you've got a load of content on your reels and stuff, or you've got SoundCloud, be like, hey, by the way, I've done this mix for this venue, this night. Here you go. Would you mind sending it out on an email or however they're promoting it?
I think also try to see it from the promoter's point of view. So, for example, if you're the DJ that's playing on a Saturday night and it's really busy, and they don't need to promote it, then see it as, all right, they've got this karaoke DJ on a Thursday, but that night might not be doing well, so they might need to promote that. It's not really maybe something that shouldn't be taken personally. It's more we're just doing what makes sense in a business sense, really.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Cool.
Should we do some music?
Let's do.
Not that one. Is it this one? No. That one. I've even got the things, the cards in front of me here.
It's just funny that you
say what they are. So I've got it's titled Trap Jingle, that one.
Yeah, not the incorrect button.
Probably didn't even need it. Okay. It is Add to Playlist, where we try and give you some new tracks fresh off SoundCloud.
Yeah.
We always put the track list in Discord and we sort of swap it every week. This week it's Danny's turn. If you are watching live, our very expensive camera broke last week. We haven't had time to get it fixed, so we're not behind the decks, but we have got the tunes for you on laptop. Danny's going to play me a few tracks.
I've got 7 this week.
Oh, hello.
I'm delivering.
Ready for Jamie's wedding tomorrow.
Some of these are not wedding ready.
Right. This is the parameters for this week. Will I play this at Jamie's wedding tomorrow? Yes.
If I'd have known, I would have picked these songs. Right, should we start with the first one?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Got it? Yes. I'm already here.
Already recognisable.
Already up.
Look
at me.
I'm
gonna jump in. Okay.
Yeah, I'll play that at a wedding. Whoa! Again. Go again.
Let's go again. Let's go.
We gotta go again.
Oh.
Nosebleed.
Do you know what? Bedroom producers have become elite. Like, what happened?
How good is this
I
guy?
feel like if you'd have heard this,
guy producing?
If you'd have heard this like 10 years ago, you'd think, oh, Skrillex did this or something. But
Skrillex banger.
These are people in the bedroom, man. This is great. Yeah, that is great.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm knackered.
Yeah. We got 6 more. Let's keep going.
Yeah, that's 6. So that is like it's not UKG, but I'll probably play my UKG bass house folder. And it's a great transition track between I'd play the original and then I'd play that version.
Yeah.
And everyone would be like, what is going on here?
That's the catch people off guard song.
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, it's one of them if you're like fortunate enough to play like an open format set where you can just go deep into edits and stuff.
Yeah.
You can just catch people off guard. There's I've got even like 4 versions of that track, you know, that you just go through them all.
Yeah.
Keep
switch them out, yeah. Right,
what BPM is it? What about 135?
That was 142.
Was it?
Yeah, it was pretty. This fast music is.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I don't think I've downloaded a song in the past 6 months that's probably under 130.
Yeah.
It's like everything's 130 and above now. Right, this caught me off guard because it's one of my favorite drum and bass songs. But it's a flip.
Oh yeah.
Very recognizable.
Lighters in the air. Yeah, I have this version.
Yeah.
This is the one I've got, yeah.
Very nice. Is that going in your playlist?
Oh, keep going.
Keep going. Okay, let's go.
Is the second drop like any...
Let's have a look.
Or is it not lower that? Is it not a different key? Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
I think that like I would be out of that track by 32. But
I'm not playing it long.
It's breakdown, drop, and then I'm thinking about next song.
I'd probably use that as a transition. If I'd have been in drum and bass and like playing that out, the original, I'd probably gone.
Do you know what it is? Depending where you are, you'd probably get a little wheel up response for that one.
Yeah.
So you can just go back to the break and extend it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that? What was the track?
The track was Janie's version of If You Ever.
If You Ever, in it.
Yeah. If We Ever, sorry.
Yeah, that is going in my little 2-step garage. Yeah, similar. Go in the same folder as the one before.
Similar
for sure.
vibe.
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
2-step
Next one.
garage.
Let's go.
I played a version a couple of weeks ago. It was like a garagey flip.
Oh,
This
right.
sounds faster.
This is faster.
Yeah. Bless Drake. He's having a tough time, isn't he? Oh my god. I almost like hate that. It was unnecessary.
If you heard it in a rave though, I mean, mate, if I heard this out, I'd be like, I am up. I'm hanging from the ceiling.
Oh no, I played like a garagey version, which kind of just goes a lot. It just carries the same vibe along with it.
Does
that
it?
That was just unnecessary.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
It was like speaking of Drake, we just like if you're recording this on a Thursday. Kendrick Lamar performed Not Like Us last night in LA.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it yet and you thought the beef was dead, go and watch the live performance.
It's very much alive.
Of Kendrick doing Not Like Us for the first time in LA. Oh my god, it's almost like bigger than it was. Yeah, you know what? I can't have that. I can't have that anywhere near my playlist.
Too much respect for the original.
I have, yeah.
All right, let's go for this one.
Oh yeah.
I can already kind of feel the vibe.
I don't know whether you're going to go garage with me or that just really nice rolly house. Oh, it's a bit of both.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Nice,
it's a little bit of both. Yeah, keep going.
I love house like this.
Yeah, totally.
I'm hearing this in like a festival. I've walked into a tent. You're at the back of the festival. You're like, oof.
You know, and I'm playing this all the way through just to let everyone enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do no quick mixing with this song.
Such a vibe.
Oh yeah, little chords.
Yeah, it's nice. I don't know what the second drop's like.
Oh yeah, it's just a
Oh,
vocal. Yeah.
That's nice.
That's a very UK
Yes.
vocal line.
Yeah.
It's very ingrained in UK garage culture.
Very, very. What are you saying? You
I
like
love
that?
that.
Yeah.
Who is that?
That is Turn Me Out, and it's, I don't know if it's Gemmy or Jemmy,
Okay.
but Hackney Bump Mix, so big for me. He's got some good garage tunes as Jemmy as well, by the way.
Yeah. The track list will be in the Discord, guys, after the podcast.
You want a few more? We've got 3 more?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
I'm playing that one in Jamie's wedding as well.
Yeah. I know.
Ooh.
Some serious UK sounds this week.
There is. I'm going to love or hate this. I'm scared. Oh, all right, okay, it's not offensive.
Nah.
Okay. This is very Sammy Virgie vibes.
Yes, yeah.
We talk about Sammy Virgie every week.
Yeah. He's killing it. Can't not. Second drop, what we're saying.
Yeah, again, I'm playing that for the first half of the song.
Yeah.
You know.
It's not a long one.
I don't know
is
if I don't know if it even like would have the space for like an acapella. It's quite noisy in it.
Yeah.
I don't think you could throw anything on that and it'd be sounding good. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe a rap vocal. Maybe.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
pass. I'm not gonna play that at Jamie's wedding.
No. Right. Hello.
Oh.
It's that organ again.
Ooh.
Stand with your feet together, buttocks tight, stomach flat,
Okay.
arms straight out to the side, shoulder height. Now flex
If
your
you're from like the north of England,
We say this.
like an
we say
organ
this
is in
every
your
week.
DNA.
Yeah, say it every week.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back.
I think this is a vibe.
Oh, was there any need for that?
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and
Give it,
back.
Daddy Bob.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. 2, 3, 4, 5.
I feel like this would be like a middle class woman's workout.
Yeah. It's definitely with the 7, 8 and back. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do this at like Pilates or something. It's kind of like great for a workout.
What's on this one?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back.
Yeah,
Nice
I
one.
like that.
Yeah, I like
put
that.
Yeah, yeah. I've got like I've got an organ house folder. I know it's not that. And I've got like a UK house folder.
Yeah.
Which goes straight in there.
Yeah.
What is that? 130.
That's 140 again.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
It's 140.
Feels more house to me. That.
This next one's 130.
Yeah.
So this
Last
might
one.
feel really slow.
Let's go.
I'll be the first to admit I'm curious about you. You seem so innocent.
You wanna get in my world, get lost in it. Boy, I'm tired of running, let's walk for a minute.
Yeah.
Ring on your hand.
I'm already here.
Yeah.
Ring on your hand.
I'm.
Ring on your hand.
This is Pasha Ibiza.
I'm playing this at a wedding.
Yeah.
Ring on your hand.
Where's it going?
Ring on your hand. Ring on your hand. That's the problem. I don't see the ring on your hand. How you doing, young lady? The feeling that you're giving really drives me crazy.
This guy gets
you
it.
don't have a play about the choke. I was at a loss of words first time that we spoke.
You're looking for a girl that'll treat you right. You're looking for
That's exactly what I expected,
You might be the type if I play my cards right. I'll find out by the end of the night.
I don't even know if they need the vocal on this.
Nah, this,
know what I
this
mean?
could stand alone, 100%.
Yeah,
That's nice, as it is.
I think that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Play my cards right.
just a little bit of vocal.
just a little bit.
Yeah,
I know. Here's a problem, like with a SoundCloud producer. That's going in, by the way. That's just going in my house folder. The problem with a SoundCloud producer is without that vocal on and then being able to say, Timbaland edit.
Yeah.
You wouldn't listen to it.
Nah, you wouldn't.
That's the issue, isn't
Pulls
it?
people in,
And
yeah.
it gets people downloading. Whereas, like, if you just uploaded that, you'd be like, oh, I'm not gonna listen to it. It's weird, isn't it? That
yeah,
because you're gonna play it out if it's like a popular vocal.
that's the thing.
Yeah, great tunes this week. That's great. If you want to see them, access to them, they're all SoundCloud, yeah.
Every one
All
of them,
SoundCloud,
all
yeah.
SoundCloud, all free
We'll
downloads.
put the track list in Discord. Just search Crossfader Discord. We'll put a link in the comments and stuff in the description. Guys, we are. As always, we'd like to give you some value back. So if you want to take one of our courses, if you've been listening today and you want to level up with us, you can go to our website, which is www.wearecrossfader.co.uk. Use the code Off The Record and you get 20% off any of our DJ courses. Use the code Off The Record. That is special discount for all of the gang, all of the podcast gang. Guys, we've got a wedding to go to tomorrow. So we will be back next week with some stories. We'll be back with a married man.
Yeah,
2 married men.
another one. Yeah,
Yeah, it's only me left. Pressure. Have a great week, guys. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching.